Igbo is no, no. Did I say that right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. No.
Yes, you're very correct. No.
Yay, let's go.
Yay.
Yeah, let's go. So how do we say, let's speak more languages because this is Africa Women in Leadership Organization. We represent several countries in Africa and diaspora. So we want everybody, every representative this evening, represent your country, represent your state, represent your language. How do you say welcome? Yawayani in Dagao. Sorry, where's Dagao? What country is that? Please correct me if I'm wrong. We're learning here tonight. Thank you for that. Thank you. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yes, so keep it coming. Good afternoon. Good evening from North Carolina. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Monique. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Eunice, welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome. Tokwehu. Ezadal says Tokwehu. I hope I said that right. Upper West Region, Ghana. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. My name is Tosin Sonya, and I'm delighted to welcome us all again to the third edition of our Leadership Hangout series in commemoration of our 15th anniversary. Can you beat that 15th anniversary? 15 is coming of age. Awlo has come of age, and I'm proud that we are all part of this testament, this purpose-fulfilling, this momentous organization that is shaping and rewriting the narrative of African women in leadership. And Monday was phenomenal. Gosh, were you there? Did you hear how we defined ourselves? And Wednesday was exceptional. Oh my goodness. If you have not seen it, please go right to the YouTube page and catch it up. Wednesday was, yes, thank you, Pastor Mercy. I can see that you're testifying that Monday and Wednesday we've been set on fire. I can't wait to see what our special guest today has for us. It's going to be extraordinary, and I can tell you for free. And thank you, Monique, for still keeping the doctor, the brave doctor behind you. We're still going up, we're going up, right? Yeah, let's keep going. This evening, I have the pleasure, because I don't want to take our time. I want us, there's no dilly-dally. Let's go right into it. Let's hit the nail on the head. We have a phenomenal, exceptional leader before us today, one who is a media mogul, one who is a trailblazer, the one who goes from it's never been done to this is how we did it. Ivy League graduates on several levels, from Oxford to Harvard. Come on, we have it all. And she's been recognized by United Nations. She's an exceptional lady. She owns her own TV channel, the Toss TV network in Nigeria. She's a real estate mogul. She's dedicated to the cause of women, helping us gain financial freedom. What else is there, ladies and gentlemen? This is an exceptional barrel of wisdom. Here with us this evening, the very high chief, locally appointed, internationally recognized, Chief Mrs. Osasu Igbinedion Ogwuche. Please, an round of applause. If you can unmute yourself, I want a resounding round of applause right from North America to Nigeria, to all of Africa. We are standing ovation electronically to say welcome, welcome this evening, madam. And we can't wait to have you and tell us about how to raise the next generation who are going to be effective leaders. Thank you very much. Welcome, madam. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Tosin. Thank you. Well, good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I hope you can all hear me. Thumbs up.
Very well, very well, very well.
Awesome. In case I cough, I have just recovering from malaria, a flu, the whole 9 yards, and also being a mommy to a 14-month-old. So pardon me in case I'm coughing throughout, but hopefully you can get some substance from my speech today. Again, good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate the entire Awlo leadership, for the incredible work you've been doing for the past 15 years. Particularly, Dr. Elijah, you have truly set the bar in terms of defining what leadership should be, especially coming out of Africa. So thank you so much for the incredible work that you and your team have done.
Thank you.
The entire board and all your heads of all the different chapters across the world. Really, truly well done. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. I'm truly humbled. I'm here today to speak to everyone about the crucial topic that affects our future, which is raising effective next generational leaders. As we look ahead, we must recognize that the leaders of tomorrow are amongst us today. And it is our responsibility to nurture and to guide them towards becoming effective and impactful leaders. Whether you're a parent, an educator, a mentor, or someone who influences young minds, your role in shaping future leaders is pivotal. Firstly, let's define what makes an effective leader in today's world. Effective leadership possesses a combination of qualities. Leaders who are effective are visionary yet grounded. They are empathetic yet decisive. They are adaptable yet principled. They inspire trust, they foster collaboration, and they drive positive change in their communities and organizations. One key aspect of effective leadership, especially as we think of building the next generation of leaders, is understanding that leadership must be contextualized in the modern day society. You see, we live in a very dynamic world where leadership transcends authority. Leadership is now about influence. We've all heard about the social media influencers. We've all heard about, the people who are shaping narrative and shaping cultures today, just with access to the internet. Leaders must embody empathy, adaptability, and a profound sense of purpose. Effective leaders inspire and they empower others, driving positive change in their communities and beyond. As someone who has worn many leadership hats, cut across various industries, downstream oil and gas, real estate, media, I strongly believe in instilling these values early in our future leaders. I love to share the story of the school I went to in Tilton, New Hampshire, based in the United States. It was a complete culture shock for me when I first went to Tilton. I was used to having 14 classes per semester here in Nigeria. And when I went to school in America, we only had 5 classes per semester. The rest of our time, we were learning on the basketball field, on the softball field, through theater, through community service, through interacting with different minds and different people that I have never met before in my life. So leadership is holistic. Leadership is not just in the classroom, but leadership is through your interaction with a diverse set of people. And the lessons and the values that you learn from there is what makes you an effective leader. Secondly, leaders of today and tomorrow must cultivate core leadership qualities, which include vision and purpose, integrity and ethics, communication skills, resilience, and adaptability. Let me break it down. What's vision and purpose? We must encourage young minds to envision a future where they can make meaningful contributions which are aligned with their passion. You cannot aspire to be something that you cannot dream of. If the Bible says, write down your plans, make it plain to the Lord, and he will answer it. I'm paraphrasing here. So if you're not able to understand where it is you want to go or what you want to achieve, there is no way that you'll be able to achieve it. So understanding what your purpose is in life and making that vision clear would get you to that place even quicker. On integrity and ethics, upholding honesty, accountability, and ethical decision-making as fundamental pillars of leadership. Unfortunately, across Africa today, we have a lot of leaders that are bereft of integrity and ethics. So we have a lot of young leaders who are looking up to those people as role models. So we have to start being the champions. We have to start being the examples we want our young people to emulate. Thirdly, communication skills. We must equip our young leaders with communication skills that will help them clearly articulate their ideas, to help them listen actively, and to foster collaboration. I'm sure a lot of you here have young nieces and nephews that speak all these amazing slangs that you don't necessarily understand. You're hearing them, but you don't necessarily understand what they're saying. They're not communicating effectively. So we must teach our young leaders how to communicate effectively. I will take a pause here to make sure everybody can hear me before I continue. So just a thumbs up to make sure I'm not speaking to myself. Okay, awesome. Then also we have resilience and adaptability. Excuse me. We must emphasize the importance of resilience in overcoming challenges and viewing failure as opportunities for growth. I have a lot of young mentees who come to me very frustrated. I tried this, I put myself out there, I took the risk, I leaped into the boundless, but I failed. And I said, well, that's a brilliant thing. I actually say, applaud yourself for failing. It means that you had the audacity, you had the vision, you had the wherewithal to dare, to dream, to try something new. And these are the people that succeed in life. I started off as a journalist when I moved back to Nigeria in 2014. I did not study journalism, but for the next 7 years, I became one of the top ranking journalists in Nigeria, interviewing heads of states, ministers, senators, honorable members, and all have you. And I did that, also ensuring that I got results. That was bridging the gap between the masses and those who they have elected into power to bring about change, holding leaders accountable to the blueprint policies they campaigned on when they wanted the votes of the masses. So whatever you do, you just have to make sure you have the audacity to even start. And if you fail, that's okay. Get back up and try and do it again. So we must teach our young leaders that failure is not final, and just your ability to go ahead and strive to even achieve is success on its own. Then I'd like us to also talk about the role of education and mentorship. I spoke earlier on about holistic development and how I believe that Tilton School was able to give me that as a young student, learning in the classroom and outside of the classroom, bringing theory to practice. For young leaders, it's so important. We must advocate for a well-rounded education that nurtures emotional intelligence, critical thinking, creativity, and global awareness. As I said, the world is a global village, so it's imperative that our young leaders must start to contextualize their leadership from a global lens. We must also encourage initiatives, excuse me, we must also start to foster encouraging initiatives, creating environments that foster curiosity, innovation, and a proactive approach to problem solving. We have a problem in the African continent where young people who are very curious, who are very inquisitive, are shut down. They say, oh no, don't ask adults questions. Oh no, stay in your place. Oh no, don't question the government. Oh no, don't question that you don't want to get in trouble. But these are characteristics in young leaders that we need to start building. We need to build our young leaders to be able to be inquisitive, to be able to ask questions, to be able to challenge the status quo. To be able to bring about change. Excuse me again for coughing. We also need to be.
Water? You want to take some water?
I do, but nothing is helping. I'm still recovering from my malaria and flu, but I'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So we have to also foster a culture of empowerment and inclusion, empowering through trust, empowering young leaders with responsibilities and decision-making opportunities, fostering a sense of ownership and accountability. I'm sure we've all heard the saying, you guys are the leaders of tomorrow, youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Well, when is our tomorrow coming? So now is the tomorrow. Now is the time to give youth power. Now is the time to give youth the authority to make decisions so they can practice and they can fail forward. They can make their mistakes now, learn from it, and succeed tomorrow. And Dr. Elijah is a good example of someone who's doing that. His Awlo Youth chapter, they organize events by themselves without any effort from him. They come up to him and say, look at what we've done. And he says, well done. You clap for yourselves, you know? So giving them the authority to make decisions and not baby them throughout the entire process is so critical in raising the next set next generation of leaders. We also need to promote diversity and inclusion, valuing diverse perspectives and creating inclusive spaces where every voice is heard and valued, irrespective of tribal, religious, age, gender, and all the different things that try to divide us. We must also celebrate success and learn from failure, as I said earlier, recognizing achievements and using setbacks as valuable learning experiences that contribute to personal and professional growth. So what are some practical steps for continued impact? We must lead by example. As I said earlier, I have a 14-month-old son. He does what I do. He doesn't do what I say. So if I tell him, no eating Indomie, and he sees me eating Indomie, he wants what I'm eating. So he's not necessarily listening to what I'm saying. He's watching what I'm doing and he's emulating it. So we must demonstrate leadership through actions that inspire and motivate others to strive for excellence. We must also encourage exploration and passion, supporting young individuals in discovering and pursuing their passions with dedication and enthusiasm. And finally, we must open communication, creating open channels for dialogue where ideas can flourish and concerns can be addressed constructively. So how do we cultivate these qualities in our next generation? So here are some key strategies in summary. Instilling values and ethics. The foundation of leadership, as I said, lies in strong values and ethics. As adults, we must model integrity, honesty, and accountability in all our actions. Children learn by observing, so it's crucial to demonstrate these values consistently. Number 2, we must encourage critical thinking. Leaders must be able to analyze situations, consider different perspectives, and make informed decisions. Encouraging children and youth to question, evaluate evidence, and think independently fosters critical thinking skills essential for effective leadership. I tell people today that the free hand, as we call it in Nigeria, that my parents gave me to question them, even when I was a child, is what has led to most of my success today. Being able to question those who are in authority, being able to question my way into becoming a successful businesswoman in real estate and downstream oil and gas has also built my self-confidence to be able to wear many hats and be able to strive and thrive while doing so. So being able to encourage critical thinking in our children at a very young age is so important. We must also promote emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, including self-awareness, empathy, and social skills, is fundamental for building strong relationships and leading with compassion. Teaching children to understand and manage their emotions prepares them to handle diverse interpersonal dynamics as future leaders. Number 4, we must empower through responsibility. Again, give young people opportunities to take on responsibilities and make decisions, whether it's through school projects for those youths in school, community service, or extracurricular activities. These experiences build confidence and competence in leadership roles. Number 5, we must foster a growth mindset. Leaders face challenges and setbacks, but what sets them apart is their resilience and their ability to learn from failures. Encouraging a growth mindset where mistakes are viewed as opportunities for growth helps children develop perseverance and a positive attitude towards learning and improvement. Number 6, we must cultivate communication skills. This is key. I had my master's in corporate and organizational communications. For my undergrad, I studied communications. And this has been literally the fabric, the foundation of everything I do. Being able to communicate effectively is so key. It's key to your success, and it's key to your success as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, a businessman, and also as a leader. Effective leaders communicate clearly. They listen actively, and they articulate their ideas persuasively. Providing opportunities for children to participate and to practice public speaking, debate, and active listening enhances their communication skills and prepares them for leadership roles. And finally, promoting diversity and inclusion, as I said. So in today's interconnected world, leaders must embrace You don't have a choice. I mean, for those of us who use social media, you're chatting with someone from Germany, from Japan, from China, from here, from there. You must embrace diversity and to foster inclusive environments to become an effective leader. So teaching children to appreciate cultural differences, respect diverse perspectives, and collaborate across boundaries prepares them to lead in a globalized society, which we live in today. So as we invest in raising effective next generation leaders, let us remember that leadership is not just about holding positions of authority. It's about making a positive difference in the lives of others and shaping a better future for all. Each of us on this call here today plays a critical role in nurturing the potential of young leaders and guiding them towards fulfilling their leadership aspirations. So by instilling strong values, promoting critical thinking, nurturing emotional intelligence, empowering through responsibility, fostering a growth mindset, cultivating communication skills, and embracing diversity and inclusion, we lay the groundwork for a generation of leaders who will lead with integrity, empathy, and vision. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for inviting me to speak, and I hope that you have been inspired today. And let's all commit to empowering our next generation to become the effective leaders our world needs. Thank you so much.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Please, let's give our speaker a big round of applause. Amazing. Thank you so much, Chief Mrs. Osasu Igbinedion Ogwuche. That was really powerful. That was inspiring. And that could as well pass for a presidential speech, you know. Are you are you thinking of becoming a female president sometime in Nigeria? Because
I have begged her to go to the Senate and shake that place. I begged her for years now. I think she's getting ready gradually.
Yeah, you see? She's the leader of leaders. Thank you very much. We're setting you up as our first female president in Nigeria. You go, madam. All right. So yes, and we have comments here. It says great presentation, great leader, wonderful presentation, beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Fantastic. This is prophecy of, you see, prophecy unfolding. I'm a prophet. You never know. Excellent presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody, can you see the comments? A round of applause for you. Madam, we really want to say thank you so very much. And just to recap, you're telling us that it is our duty to emulate the footsteps of our founder in raising the next crop of leaders. You know, my kids and I were having a conversation recently, and they said that the only problem that Nigeria has or Africa has is the leadership. And if we are to fix that problem, you're telling us today, you're challenging us today that the onus is on us to fix the problem, right? Can people hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Very well, very well.
Yeah,
they're all waiting. They're already waiting to contribute, ask questions so that.
They will, because my screen was frozen for quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's on us to raise leaders that are empathetic, that are inclusive, that understand diversity, who can communicate and articulate their ideas. Leaders that are well-rounded, leaders that know, that have visions, that are visionaries, and have the freedom to question the status quo. I really, really am taking that away. You know, it's not enough to silence them and tell them that they should respect their others. They can be respectful while still asking questions. And leaders who are emotionally intelligent, that is also very powerful, because today we have a lot of skillful people who are not great leaders, who are just managers because they are not emotionally intelligent. Thank you so very much, madam. And that's a recap. Now I have questions already. Thank you. Great job. Thank you again. Kudos. Okay, so there's a question here for you, madam. And please drop your questions in the comments. And if you like to unmute yourself, just raise your digital hand and we'll be glad to unmute you to hear your voice. But the first question here says, as a politician and a youth leader in my community, How do I make sure I'm not into corruption, whereas everyone on the table is corrupt and followers are corrupt? So how do we stand out? How do you not join the proverbial bandwagon of corrupt leadership?
So it comes back. Thank you so much for that question. And thank you all for the thumbs up and the great feedback. I think first things first is it comes back to what are your values, what are your morals, and why are you becoming a politician in the first place? Is it to maintain status quo of bad leadership, of chopping your share of the national cake? Or is it to actually make a difference? Is it to make a change? And what are the values that you're hoping to promote while you get into that position of leadership? These are the questions you must ask yourself first. So once you're able to introspect and take that internal audit of your motives, then you can decide, okay, this is a path I want to toe. Then once you get there, how do you maintain, despite the temptation around you, how do you uphold your integrity, your values that you claim you have? This always comes, for me personally, comes from the fear of God. That's number one. And number two, knowing clearly, that's why I said earlier, you must be able to visualize where you want to go, visualize the purpose for your life, right? Knowing clearly where you want to go, what you want to achieve, the lives that you want to touch, the projects you want to build and investing, the infrastructural development that leads towards your bigger goal of transforming your constituency. These are things that you must keep at the forefront of your mind, as you practice politics. So it's very important that you have these things written down. So even when you face temptation, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When you face temptation, you can always go back to these values of yours. You can always go back to, remind yourself the bigger picture of why you got involved in politics in the first place. And you're able to stand strong and withstand the test of time.
Thank you very much, madam. So you're saying that it's okay to be a loner as long as you're rooted in your values. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, I have some other questions. Please keep the questions coming. Like I said, if you'd like to speak and you want us to hear your voice, just raise your digital hand and we'll be glad to unmute you. So this question says, why are some women finding it difficult to work together to achieve a common goal, especially if the head is not who they wanted? Then there's a second one that says, are there courses that we can do to build our leadership skills? And we are thanking you for taking this session.
Most definitely. So there's this notion that women find it very difficult to work together, but throughout my entire career, I've actually found this not to be true. I started off as a journalist in 2014 when I moved back to the country. The person that gave me my first big break was a woman. When I went into development consultancy, the person that gave me my first big break was a woman. Today, I consult for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is now known as the Gates Foundation. And the person that gave me that job is a woman. When I went into downstream oil and gas, the person that gave me my first big break is a woman. So for me and my career trajectory, I've actually notice that women do work very well together. I think it's all about identifying your common purpose, because even men who work together, they must have a common purpose, right? You're not going to bring somebody who wants to achieve something else and someone who wants to achieve something else and expect them to work effectively together, so identify the common purpose you both have, and also learn the art of humility and the art of learning at the feet of those who have come before you and those who are more successful than you. Because most of the women who gave me my opportunity when I was starting off in these various industries were way older than me, but they never saw me as a threat. And so today they still see me as my young daughter, my young sister and everything, even if we've been able to achieve some worth of similar financial status. And I love it because at the end of the day, these are women that have more years of experience than I did. So I never, ever became, proud or, pompous that, oh, I've reached this, so we're now mates, so we're now, we're now on the same level. So I remain humble. I learned at their feet. I was able to serve them. We would go to events. I would carry their bags. I would, I would be their PA if their PA wasn't available. I would make sure I made myself useful to them. And I feel like a lot of young people don't realize that you must be able to serve. You must be able to learn at the feet of those who have come before you. And sometimes even when you're able to surpass their achievements, you still remain humble. Humility is a beautiful thing. Humility is an asset. And I feel like a lot of young people want that microwave success where, oh, I don't blow according to Nigeria parlance, I've made it. So, to hell with everybody who's older, to hell with everybody who has come before you. You must remain humble, because where you are, no matter how successful you are today, is not even a fraction of where God wants to take you, right? So you have to keep on being hungry for knowledge. You have to remain humble, and you have to put yourself in a position where people don't also see you as a threat. Because for friends of mine who have said, oh, women always see me as a threat, they don't want to work with me, it's how are you communicating? How are you presenting yourself? How much wisdom are you really applying to the way, you're working or networking with these people? So I think in all things, pray for wisdom, pray for the favor of God, and also make sure you're applying these things, because my experience has been so different. Like, I've been blessed to know women who have been blessings to me and my career. So I hope that answers your question, that not all situations that women find it difficult to work with each other. Find women who are like-minded, find women who want to support you, find women who have the same purpose or the same goals as you, and both of you partner towards achieving that. I don't think a woman will see another woman who wants to make money and she has something that she needs and the other person has something that she needs and say, no, because you're a woman, we're not going to make money. Everybody wants to make money, right? You will look for ways to partner together. So it's always about their approach, the communication, the style, and your character is very important. And to answer the second question, if, excuse me, the courses that you could take to build your leadership skills. For me personally, I did a course in Oxford, Advanced Management and Leadership. I did that in 2022, I believe, and it was an amazing course. It's the network of people that you get to meet is just truly amazing, and the things that you learn, the way it changes your mindset about leadership is so amazing. Then in 2023, I did a course in Harvard, 21st Century Leaders, and that was also an opportunity to network with other global leaders and increase my knowledge on leadership skills for the 21st century and the context that we live in today. So you can find free courses online. It doesn't all have to be paid for. You can find free courses online. Sign up for events like this, sign up for networking sessions around you. There's so many opportunities to learn these days. YouTube is there, there's definitely no excuse. Just Google is your friend, research, use social media effectively by finding all these events around you and take advantage of them.
Wow, that's so powerful. Like, this right here is a gem that needs to be unpacked from now on, and it can just revolutionize and transform our lives altogether. She said, pray for wisdom, pray for favor. And as much as it's good for you to be confident, she said, remain humble and be willing to serve. Your approach, your style, your communication all counts. And these doors can be opened and remain open for us. Thank you very much. Pastor Mercy is saying that LinkedIn is also a wonderful free tool and United Nations platforms for free trainings. Thank you for that, madam. I see your hand up, Pastor Mercy. Can we hear you?
Sure. Thank you so much, Tosin. I feel like I know you already.
Well, sisters.
Well, Chief Osasu, thank you so much. And I think we need to give her credit. She hasn't talked about one aspect of leadership is no excuse. Here she is sick with a little baby, and yet she's committed to come and bless us. Many quickly found excuses. Oh, I'm sick, I can't do it. And the I can do mentality.
That's it. Thank you. That's it. You nailed it. You got that. Go on, please. I didn't stop you, Pastor.
And Chief Osasu, you know, when I was listening to you, I had hope and I had faith for the diaspora wanted to go back home, because many are struggling. Many overseas, they want to go back to their native country. But when they look and they hear what is going on, the bickering, the backbiting, the fighting among each other's back home, they fear going back. And you are literally giving us an example. And I love what you said. Your first job was given to you in your native country by a woman. How can we emulate that? How can we make the diaspora to understand that there is still hope by looking at you, by sharing your experience? Can you tell us a little bit about it? Because it's very critical. I also own my own TV talk show, and this is the thing that I'm hearing a lot from the diaspora. They are desperate going back, but some will even go and come back because they could not sustain the fight and the rejection. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pastor Messi. It was breaking up, but I know I heard the gist of your question. I just want to confirm you all can still hear me and my network is in loopy.
Yeah, very well. Very well. Can you hear me too? We're
Yes,
hearing
okay,
you very well. And
awesome.
before you answer that, let me also introduce her. Pastor Mercy, who is our host in August. She is the chairperson of Awlo, Texas. And she's from Mali.
Wow.
Go
Well
on, please.
done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Mercy. I think they're very salient points that you raise. It's not easy anywhere. It's not easy in the diaspora. It's not easy here in Nigeria. It's not easy across Africa. People will face challenges when you're trying to start up any business. I would share a bit of my story. Coming back to Nigeria in 2014, I was asking God at the time, okay, what do you want me to do? I have my master's degree. I have my undergraduate degree. I have a certificate in TV and film producing from New York Film Academy. I've worked for MGM Studios in Beverly Hills, California as an internship during my final year of college. So I have all these experiences, but what exactly do you want me to do? So my purpose wasn't very clear. So at the time I was doing television advertising, because it was at the heat of the political campaigns in Nigeria. I moved back in 2014. The elections were in March 2015. And I moved back in August, 2014. And I was asking God, I was saying, what do you want me to do? Like, what's happening? Like, what do you want me to do? And advertising fell on my lap, right? So I started to do television commercials and TV jingles for those who wanted to be elected. I was a storyteller, still am a storyteller. I was helping them pass their message across to the audiences who they wanted to vote for them. It was a huge success. I was making a lot of money from that, and they were paying in USD, which is always helpful. So I said to God, I said, okay, this is amazing. I'm making money, but I still don't feel fulfilled. I feel like I'm not walking in my purpose. And God reminded me of the incident that happened when I was a little girl. I think I was about 7 or 8. My mom was driving my siblings and I to school. Excuse me again, sorry. My mom was driving my siblings and I to school, and there was a young Fulani girl hawking some stuff on her head. And I asked my mom, I said, how come we get to go to school and that young girl doesn't have an opportunity? So she's hawking at this time in the morning. And she said, this goes to show you that your education is a privilege. The fact that you have access to quality education doesn't mean everyone else has access to quality education. So you must always set yourself up to a position where you can help other people attain quality education like you did. So that incident stuck in my memory. So every time through high school, through college, through my master's, where I still couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with my life, I just knew my purpose was still tied to helping that little girl and people like her. So back to 2014, when we were making all the money from television advertising, I said, okay, my purpose is to help, the less privileged, the downtrodden in society. So I was taking the majority of that funds and building shack houses for the internally displaced persons here in Abuja. We built schools for them. We gave them relief materials for medication, to clothes, to food stuff, everything that they needed. It's all documented on our YouTube channel, on YouTube, the Osasu Show Foundation. So we built all these things for them. We're doing amazing work. And even after that, building houses for hundreds of people, giving food stuff, I still didn't feel fulfilled. So a mentor of mine said to me, Osasu, how do you become the bridge between those who you're helping get elected and those who they are seeking their votes, right? How do you merge them? These people are the ones you're passionate about, the people who you're giving this foodstuffs to arms and helping, lessen the burden of poverty on them. Then these people who you're helping get elected, you're just doing it for financial benefit. So how do you become the bridge between both? And that's how the idea of the Osasu Show came about. So Osasu Show's slogan was bridging the gap, taking words from the mouths of everyday Nigerians to the ears of their leaders and vice versa, making my platform the accountability platform where you say you're digging a borehole for this community if they elect you as their honorable member, or you're building XYZ schools or primary healthcare centers if they elect you as their senator, or you're building road infrastructure to ensure that children have motorable access to schools when they elect you as their governors, that you actually do it. And that's what we did for the next 7 years. We ensured that, excuse me again, we call out leaders to be able to implement the blueprint policies they campaigned on, and I helped them create during their election time. And it was a complete hit. It was a complete success. Did we have challenges when we were doing that? Of course we did. There were times where the Minister of Information would call me out and say, Osasu, you are not allowed to do this. Like I'm interviewing him and he would yell at me on camera. Or I would talk about a controversial topic about how the president remove the Chief Justice of Nigeria in the middle of the night unconstitutionally. And I would get a letter from the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation saying, you are going to be fined if you keep on towing these lines. So these are the different challenges I had. And even financially too, the station didn't pick up the show as its own, which was also a blessing in disguise, because after a while, 2-3 years, advertisers started paying us directly and we were able to keep our entire ad revenue. But initially, those first 2 years, being able to pay for airtime, which is extremely expensive, was also a challenge for us, But consistency, being able to say, okay, yes, we're struggling, but this is the very nascent stage of building this business, is the very nascent stage of building this platform. We just have to keep on pushing through. We just have to make sure we have the vision in mind. Why am I doing this? To build an accountability platform. So that kept me driven. Took me to Agatu, where they were killing women and children, literally cutting the stomach of pregnant women, bringing out their children, burning houses down because Fulani herdsmen wanted to take over the farmlands of farmers. Took me to Goska community, took me to Dangoma, took me to Kaduna, took me to Kano, took me to all these Damfara, different places to be able to speak out for the rights of the girl child, number one, to be able to speak out for those who the mainstream media wasn't giving a platform, wasn't giving a voice to be able to tell their stories. So we were able to record huge success because number one, we were resilient. Number two, we were able to partner with established platforms, although we had to pay, but we were able to partner with established platforms who were able to showcase our work to the 36 states of the country and the FCT as well. And we were able to fight because we did fight a lot. We were fighting government. We were fighting the people that we were fighting for, right? That's another thing. When you're advocating for people, you sort of become their enemy in the mix. It's a very warped, thing, but I don't know how it ends up happening, but you end up fighting so many different battles. But, having God by my side was truly my saving grace. And having the big picture, which I spoke about earlier on in my speech, being able to say, okay, why am I doing this? After putting myself in danger, then coming back home and, being in my bed, it's like, okay, why are you risking your life? What's the purpose of this? It's not, you're not gaining a lot from it. But then I remembered I'm fighting for the people. I'm ensuring that the voices of the voiceless are being heard. And this is what gives me fulfillment. This is what makes me me. This is my purpose. I'm walking in line with my divine assignment. And that was enough for me. So to answer your question, I feel like no matter what you do, no matter where you find yourself, whether you're in Mali, whether you're in DC, whether you're here in Nigeria, there will always be challenges, but you must keep that bigger picture in mind. You must be able to say, okay, this is the reason. This is my reasoning. This is why I'm doing what I am doing, and keep on going. And if you're religious, if you have faith in God, hold on to him, because he ends up being everything. When you're weak, he's strong, and he's there to comfort you and give you wisdom and strategies needed to be able to achieve your goals.
Wow, wow, wow. That was really powerful. You know what I love about you? One, the power of your storytelling is incredible. And secondly, you embody the values that you teach. You just told us a story of resilience, of vision, being a visionary, and the story of never say never. That's I want to use a Nigerian parlance of saying never say never, because you had many reasons to back down, but you kept saying that when I ask myself, why am I doing this? It keeps you on, keeps you, forging ahead, bridging the gap, being the voice of the. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so very much. And I'm happy that this is being recorded so that we can all go back and listen to this again and be reignited, because you have just reignited our fires. Thank you so much for that, Chief Mrs. And there's a question here for Pastor Mercy. How can we join the United Nations for free training? I'm very much interested. So Pastor Mercy, please help us put in the chat box how people can access these trainings. I saw the hand of the very beautiful Monique Douglas up earlier. I don't know if she still wants to say something or she still has a question. Hello, Monique. Your hand was up a bit earlier. Do you want to go?
Can you unmute?
Oh, I'm sorry. My internet was acting up. Sure, I will do some research and put the information together and share it during the Zoom.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
We also have Dr. Marlene Morris, our speaker Wednesday. She raised her hand. Can we also, if Monique is not ready yet, let's hear from Dr. Marlene. Our patron is in Awlo, Canada. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, madam. Good evening.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am so proud of this young lady. My dear, I see you in me and me in you. You're fearless. And I'm endorsing you through and through. You are a born leader. Please clap her. Give her a round. She is fearless. She is bold. She is brave, bright, and powerful. And I see it all in you, my dear young one of me. You're the young me. You're about 16, perhaps, because I'm 25. You have to make... No, I kid you not. She is great, and I want to get to know you more, man. I want to get to know you, because I'm all about young leadership, young stewards of the environment, young leaders. We teach them as well global diplomacy. because the education sector is where we need to start. And I'm proud of you to hear what you're saying you're doing with young people. And I don't want to take a whole 1 hour because I am like that. But please, I would love to get to know you. And Dr. Atai, I want you to connect me with her because she is our young campaigner for the new leadership on the cutting edge and where we need to empower more young people like her to take over as tomorrow's leader. No nonsense. We'll not sit back in a comfort zone, but fight hard to change the paradigm. I could
Thank
say
you.
more, but
But
take it away,
thank
my
you.
dear young one.
Wow, that was a powerful one from
That is
Dr.
our
Mali.
that is our queen mother of Awlo Canada, a strong woman. She's been everywhere. Mommy, I'm going to connect you. She's actually part of us. She's an Aldonian, so she's in the same WhatsApp group that you are. But I will make the official connection. Okay, let's hear from Monique.
I love Dr. Marlon. That's an absolute pleasure hearing you today. You're so inspiring.
I love you, Monique. And we have a new lover in our midst. Osasu.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Your speech was amazing. It tied into so many things that the work that we're doing here in North Carolina, but also globally. And what I want to say is that you do it with such grace and such elegance. And there's so many people around the world that are leading women that still need a little polishing. And so that's the beauty of leaders like yourself that can lead, that can be powerful, but stay humble, and at the same time do so with grace and elegance. And that's what I see. That's what you exude. And thank you so much for all that you shared with us today.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Marlene. Thank you for the endorsements. Thank you, Monique. Dr. Monique, you remember the last time we made you a doctor here on this platform?
You did.
Thank you. And
Thank you so much.
Before you give us your final thoughts and you wrap up for us, personally, I want to say thank you for being a beacon of hope and light and leadership in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole, and for letting us know that Dr. Malin and Dr. Monica has said that we can be grounded, just like you have said, and be forthright, and also be a great exemplary leader. We can live in affluence and still be able to relate, even with those such as in the IDP camps, and be a bridge and be a voice for them before those who matter. Thank you for making it count, whatever it represents in leadership. Thank you for making it count. Thank you for embodying these values that is so preached. Thank you for not just being a sounding microphone, but being a worthy embodiment of these values and these virtues. Thank you so much for leading by example. We appreciate you, we love you. And yes, just like Dr. Malin said, we'd like to know you more. We want to work with you more. And we look forward to championing the cause of Awlo across the world and across the globe. So please give us your final statement, something for us to go ponder on.
You have someone.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I can see a hand up. Jumoke, please go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Jumoke Odulaja. I just want to appreciate Osasu, the last speaker. In fact, this is my first time on this platform. And I want to thank Dr. Atai for not giving up on me, because he's so consistent about sending me messages. But honestly, I felt I was too busy to join. But joining tonight, I think I have been missing. Thank you very much for doing a great work. And for Sasu, even with your illness, you can take all this up. We need more of you, honestly, in this country, especially in Nigeria of today. And not to talk of it, we have everyone connected worldwide, not just in Nigeria alone, but in most African and American countries there. So I thank you for adding me to this platform. I want to know more about it, and I want to be part of it. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much, my Rotarian sister. I know that I've been disturbing you. Say you are a true Rotarian. You need to be part of Awlo, and I'm so happy that you are here today, because you actually share the same experience with I Chief Osasu, who is also a patroness of this great organization. She has done all what she has said, and I'm happy that some of us here identify with what she said, and you've encouraged her, you appreciate her. She's just not talking. She is the youngest patroness in Awlo, and she is one of those that have made Awlo what it is today. For how many years she's been part of Awlo, she's been supporting without making much noise. She's been a lot. I don't want to share because she doesn't like it. I would have opened up a list and tell you what she's done for the organization, and we appreciate her. She's a true leader, and she's a woman of worth. You get to see her because our decoration is in Abuja, 14 December. You get to see her in that. When that time she will not be coughing. Trust me, you know. She's not. She will not be coughing. And the youth council, she has sponsored many programs with the youth. You know, I just feel like opening up, but she has signaled me not to say anything. And they didn't mean anything like that. Doctor, we appreciate you, Osasu, so very much. Oh, I wanted to run over, but I've seen a hand too. Let me see, hand over to the moderator before we have 2 minutes more. So yeah, let's just go straight to your question or comment so that we can run up for tonight. Okay.
So let's have Madam Zainab in 1 minute, please.
Good evening, everybody. This is Hajia Zinabu from Ghana. Good evening. I'm so happy to be part of this amazing group. I've been listening to it just today. Today's my first time of, joining the group, and I must confess that I don't even know where to start and where to end. I've really, really enjoyed it. It's so insightful. In fact, I didn't even start or join you earlier because I had to go to the mosque, but all the same, the little that I heard has improved my life as a leader. And I have a question. Is it possible the recordings can be put on so that some of us who didn't get the opportunity of joining from the beginning can watch and listen to it just to improve upon or to make our lives better? I look forward to be joining anytime that it comes on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zainabu. Thank you. I think you're the one, you joined our conference in Accra.
Yes.
With the former First Lady or our incoming First Lady, because
yes,
as far as the husband is the he for she champion who identified with Awlo,
I know, right?
You must win. So I appreciate you. I remember the name that you're part of. For the video, all our members, you just need to join Awlo. Your VP is here, I believe, and some of your leaders from Ghana chapter, so they can put you on their WhatsApp group so that you can have access to the video. The video is shared to our members. All the chapters, they have the video, all the sessions we had so far. This one is it's also going to be on YouTube anyway. It's going to be on YouTube so that everybody can have access to it. In Awlo, we love to, share this information. That's why we're here. So definitely you get access to it. But try and be a member of Awlo, try and join the Ghana team and grow the chapter. Thank you very much.
I think I'm with the Ghana group. Madam Sika put me on.
Okay, okay, then you've not registered yet, right? No worry. She's here. She's hearing you, so she'll get back to you on that.
All right. Thank you so much, and I appreciate her supporting me to join.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Hajia Zainabu. We were going to hear from Madam Chief Mrs. Osasu. She wraps up for us this evening.
Thank you all so much, Dr. Elijah. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, to celebrate with you and the entire team at Awlo at the 15th anniversary of the African Women Leadership Organization. Again, I am truly humbled that you invited me here to speak and to inspire and to also learn from like minds. Madam Tosin, thank you for moderating this. I'm sure you have a very busy schedule and you've taken out time today to be able to participate in this. So thank you so much for being part of it. Dr. Marilyn, I can't wait to become your best friend and your daughter and your little mentee. I look forward to meeting you in person and I look forward to connecting. Dr. Monique, thank you so much for the kind words. Madam Adejumoke, Hajia Zainab, thank you all so much for the amazing feedback. I've seen all the comments. Madam Yemisi, Madam Julie, Madam Mary, Pastor Mercy, everyone who has talked and contributed to the conversation and giving feedback. It really does mean a lot. Like when we're doing work, sometimes we ask ourselves, is this truly impactful? Is this work truly meaningful? And having forums like this where we share ideas and gain feedback from like minds who say, yes, your work has meaning. And yes, you're being heard and you're being seen really does mean a lot. And it gives us the little pep in our step we need to keep on going. So thank you so much for sharing that feedback with me. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you down the line. And may God bless you as you have a good night for those of us in West Africa, and for everyone around as you have a good rest of your day and good weekend ahead. Thank you again. God bless you.
Thank you, Chief Mrs. Osasu. I've loved the baby. I will wish you a speedy recovery soonest. Thank you.
Thank you so
Once
much.
again, from
Thank
me, my name is Susu Soya, and it's a good evening from Canada. Over to you, our founder.
Thank you, Tosin. Thank you for a job well done. You've done it again. You started this session with the first moderating, and today you're here again. We can't wait for Monday. I want to really appreciate you. I must please, I kind of run down this because we see how I can do it in 2 minutes. I've seen a lot of my leaders here. I will just call your name. First of all, I have to appreciate my wife, the first lady. You know, without her, I can't be doing this. And she's been quietly listening to all the session yesterday, today, and I want to appreciate her for being part of this session. I don't know if you want to say hello. Just appreciate the speaker. Even if you don't appreciate everybody, appreciate the speaker for me. The First Lady of Awlo. She's still online.
Sorry, ma'am. I apologize.
Hello.
I was looking for you. I didn't see you sometimes. I thought you dropped off. Good evening, madam.
No.
Happy here, madam. I'm so
Beautiful
blessed to have
evening.
met you in person.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Beautiful evening. I'm so glad, and I've been enjoying it quietly. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to Osasu for such a wonderful presentation. And I also want to let you know that it just opened my eye to another level of leadership. You know, in spite of your health, you still make out time, no excuse. That's the plus. And I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And to every other person, I thank you all for your contributions. And I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate you for being a backbone to my husband. Without you women, I doubt if you will get this far. And I want to say a very big thank you. You all are doing well, and I pray that God Almighty will reward us all in all our efforts. In Jesus' name. Thank you so much.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. We appreciate
Amen.
you so much, you know, for the
Thank
support.
you.
Amen.
You know?
Thank you. Thank you.
We have to really appreciate her because the day she says stop, I can't move. But she's been a great support system.
Beside every successful man, there is always a woman,
Please
a
don't tell
visionary
him to
woman.
stop.
No, she won't. She would. You know, so
Yeah.
I thank you. Monday is another session. You know, we have 3 women this week. We must start next week with the he for she. We want to create that environment where we bring in more men who believe in gender parity to be part of what we're doing. So on Monday, same time, we'll bring one of our he for she community ESCO member to also take us through the leadership journey. We're celebrating our 15 years anniversary, and we said the best way we can do that is to have this series of masterclasses that we're doing, and it is so effective. You know, for those of you who don't know, we're running this every Monday, every Mondays, every Wednesdays, every Friday, and we'll run it up on the 20th of July. Awlo was born that day. So that 20th of July is our born day, and we're going to have, you know, it's going to be a superb, wonderful day. We're going to celebrate across the world. And here in this meeting, we have our members from, let me just run this through quickly. I'm going to run this quickly. I have our Texas chairperson, she's here. I have our patron in North Carolina, patroness is here. We have our patroness of Awlo, Canada. She's here. I'm still trying to see other VPs that are here. Okay, I have from Atlanta, Dr. Linda is here. I have Grace Jomer. Okay, I have our VP Malawi, Gloria Kumbo. Yeah, I've seen you from Malawi. Of course, I mentioned Pastor Messi already. And I have our chairperson in Nugu, Ogochukwu. Vivian, I've seen you. I've seen Grace Backman from Liverpool. I've seen Rehoboth. Oh, my governor's son. Rehoboth, how are you? Rehoboth, you know. I've seen my, oh yeah, how are you, dear? Good to see you. You come at the right time to learn. That's my governor's son. He's here. I know my first lady should have joined. You know, also I've seen Gloria Binovia. Of course, I've seen our Francophone chapter director here, who is in charge of all the Francophone countries. I've seen Anne Pam. I think that should be Liberia. I've seen, oh, Jimmy Latu, Ibrahim, Ghana, you are here. You didn't want to say hello to us. Dr. Ozop, Rivers chapter, Eunice.
Hello,
Ghana.
Doc. Hello to everybody.
I can see you. Right, how is Ghana? How's my
Ghana
incoming
is fine.
How's my incoming president doing?
He's doing well, Doc. He's doing very well. He said hi to you.
Thank you. Greet the first lady for me. I've seen I want to just roll through quickly. I've seen
okay, thank you.
Our female carpenter. I've seen you. I've seen where Deborah's. Wow. Can you just say hello to us, please? She's going to speak on the 17th of July. She's our speaker 17th of July. Mark it. She's joining us from London. She's a Londoner. Can you say hello to the house, please?
Certainly. Hello, everyone. Happy weekend. I am here silently enjoying the conversation. And I am well chuffed to be a part of this network. So yeah, pleasure to meet everyone.
What's your topic again on the 17th of July? What's the topic again, please? Let us know.
Certainly. Visionary leadership, how to set audacious goals, how to achieve audacious goals. Yeah.
God bless you. I've seen Tia. Tia, can you say hello? I think you're from Los Angeles. Is it Florida?
Yes, I'm here in Orlando. Hello, everyone.
Orlando, Florida. Good to see you. I saw you on Wednesday. You're here today. Fantastic. I've seen my very solid VP of Northern Region, Safia Musa, one of my backbone. How are you, Safia? I've seen Jamie C. George.
Hi, Moseri. I'm fine. Good evening, everyone.
Fantastic. Good evening.
I'm fine.
Good evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. Please stop permit me. I need to run down everybody. I need to recognize all my members. I can see one of my big auntie who've been there from day one when God gave us this vision. Kaite Tibet, I've seen you. Nice. Thanks for being part of tonight's session. I've seen Jamie C. George, another fantastic leader. she will be in Dallas as one of the moderators. Jamie George, are you there? Can you say hello? Which city are you in the US, please? Jamie, which city are you?
Good afternoon. This is Yemisi George. I'm presently in Oklahoma State, in Tulsa.
Fantastic. Good to see you.
Yes, same here.
I've seen my very dynamic my state youth leader, Dorothy Edith, very wonderful lady. Dorothy, I've seen you. I've seen Julia Maka. I've seen Stella Idem. I've seen, oh my God, the dean of the ESCO. I don't know you. I didn't know you were here, ma'am. Beta Yenwo from Cameroon, who is also the vice president of Cameroon, Awlo chapter. Beta Yenwo, you are in Maryland at the moment on your vacation. Can you speak? Can you say hello? This is our Queen Mother. He's in charge of all the ESCO members. She's the dean. Can you unmute and just say hello to us? Then you are going to close us. Unmute, get ready. Choma, I've seen you. Yeah, Choma Musu, I've seen you. Abuja, that's Abuja. It's okay. It's okay. Join this meeting. That's Toronto, right?
Yeah, good afternoon, Doc.
I'm so good to see you. How's your husband?
He's doing amazingly well. Thank you.
This is the wife. This is the wife of one of the best cops in Canada. One of the finest police officer in Canada. Please, my love to him. Is a he for she. You know, so good to see you. I didn't know you were in the house. Some of us that I saw, they left. I've seen. Oh, Marvin. Marvin, so good to see you. Marvin, I know you are in Houston. Marvin, can you, Aseta, you can just say hello. Engineer Ifiok Robert, I've seen you, my bone man. I've seen you. And I've seen our mama, Mary Mokaha from Kenya. So good, so good. Please, I've just run down. If I didn't mention your name, I've seen you, I recognize you. It's a weekend. It's a weekend edition. That's why I'm going through this, so that we can have a wonderful weekend. The celebration continues. We started with a very good, I call it Outlook anthem song. So you can just mix up, greet one another while we play this music. I'll see you on Monday, same time, and every other information will be shared on our platform. Even if you're not a member of Outlook, please. It's opportunity. You can just reach out to any member. You can reach out to me, directly. I'll tell you what to do. I think I'm in all the platforms of Awlo globally. We have over 26 chapters, and I'm in all. I might not comment in your chapter, but I'm there in the spirit. So I really appreciate everybody for being part of this. For this celebration, this is the best way to celebrate. I appreciate all our speakers from Monday, from Wednesday, and today. It's been a loaded week, and we're continuing with this next week. See you on Monday. See you in Dallas. See you in North Carolina. See you in Atlanta. And so, of course, see you in Abuja. For those in the US, there's a program coming up in North Carolina. I'm going to pass through North Carolina before going to Dallas. They are hosting me, and they're showcasing their chapter in Charlotte on the 29th. I will be there, then from there to Dallas. So I hope to see all of you, all our members in diaspora. Let's prepare to be there. Thank you so much. We give God the glory. Please shake hands with everybody digitally, just like Tosin said. You can do that. Then enjoy this music. Bye. I've seen Ellie Choman. Ellie, I've seen you. You can on your video. You can private chat your members, get to know each other.